Well, tonight we begin a series of reports taking a look at cannabis in Illinois. Recreational marijuana becomes legal in Illinois on January 1st.
Colorado was the first state to legalize marijuana nearly 6 years ago, so we sent our Phil Rogers there to see how legalization works.
This stretch of Broadway in Denver, Colorado is known as the Green Mile, believed to be the largest concentration of marijuana dispensaries anywhere in the world. Colorado is home to over 570 recreational marijuana businesses, and 172 of those are here in the Mile High capital, more than McDonald's and Starbucks combined.
What do we have here? Those look like Girl Scout cookies.
So these are going to be our edibles.
Step into Denver's Medicine Man dispensary and you'll forget everything you thought you knew about marijuana. This is cannabis in every size and shape imaginable. Not just edibles, but also concentrates called wax and shatter, and other smokables which look like they'd be at home in a department store.
And you only need a little bit, like just a tiny, tiny bit.
You can buy actual plants and seeds.
So these are going to be some joints.
And to be sure, you can find your grandfather's marijuana here, multiple strains, packaged in little canisters like these called an eighth. That's an eighth of the 1 ounce you're legally allowed to buy.
If you smell this one, you're going to definitely smell lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I smell marijuana, too. There are rules. Here's what happens when you go inside. The first thing you do is you show a guard your ID to prove you're really 21. From there, you walk straight to the counter. And while this is still largely a cash business, yes, you can use plastic here in Colorado, as long as it's a debit card.
That's because most federally chartered banks still shy away from marijuana business. There is a bill pending that would change that.
Now it's time for the federal government to step up and approach this with a good government approach like the states are doing.
Ashley Kilroy runs Denver's Office of Marijuana Policy. She says in the over 5 years since legalization, her city has seen no increase in crime relating to the drug. And the cannabis taxes and fees brought in nearly $47 million for Denver last year alone.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Much of that money goes to regulation of the program and education. A big portion goes to affordable housing in Denver. And officials concede they don't know how those revenues will hold up as marijuana goes legal in more and more states.
What we have found is the most dire predictions on either side by the advocates or the opponents really have not come true, with some opponents saying, oh, crime's going to skyrocket, or advocates saying, you're going to bring in so much tax revenue you'll be able to pave the streets in gold.
Colorado approved medical marijuana 19 years ago, and they were the first state to legalize recreational cannabis in 2014.
We knew when we first started that the world was watching and failure was not an option. We had to get it right.
Now, almost 6 years into legalization in Colorado, there are concerns about health and especially the impact on kids. We'll look at many of those issues in upcoming reports and unpack a myriad of stories here in Illinois as this state prepares for its own adventure with legalized cannabis January 1st. Phil Rogers, NBC 5 News.
It's coming up fast. Our thanks to Phil.